Welcome back to Chem Sleeping Lab, episode 5. In the last 4 episodes, we talked about what a chemical is, what states it can be in, why it burns, and why dose matters. Tonight, we will talk about how we protect ourselves, how we keep the air clean. In safety, there is a list. We call it hierarchy of controls. It tells us what to do first and what to do last. It has 5 levels, from most effective to least effective. Level 1, elimination. Remove the hazard completely. If you do not need the chemical, do not use it. No hazard, no risk. Level 2, substitution. Replace it with something less hazardous. Use a less toxic cleaner. Use a water-based paint instead of a solvent-based one. Level 3, engineering controls. Change the workplace itself to isolate people from the hazard. The most common engineering control for chemicals is ventilation, a fume hood, an exhaust fan, a closed system. It removes the chemical from the air before you breathe it. Level 4, administrative controls. Change the way people work. Training, signs, shorter working time. Level 5, PPE, personal protective equipment. Gloves, goggles, masks, respirators. This is the last line, not the first. Why is PPE the last? Because it does not remove the hazard. It only puts a barrier on your body. If the barrier breaks or you wear it wrong, you are exposed. And it can be uncomfortable. So people may not wear it correctly for a long time. So when we think about breathing safely, we think about ventilation first and PPE second. Remember this order. It will help you make calm decisions. Ventilation is simply airflow. Bringing clean air in and taking contaminated air out. There are a few types. Natural ventilation is wind through a window or door. It is simple but not reliable. If there's no wind, there's no flow, and it can bring contaminated air from one place to another. General ventilation, also called dilution ventilation, is using fans to move a lot of air through a whole room. It dilutes the concentration of chemical in the air, like opening windows on two sides of the room and using a fan. It is good for low toxicity, small amounts, and vapors that are not too hazardous. It is not good for highly toxic or large amounts. Local exhaust ventilation is much more effective. It captures the contaminant right at the source before it spreads to the room. The most common example is a fume hood in a lab, or an extraction arm over a soldering station, or a small fan pulling vapor from a bottle. For flammable vapors that are heavier than air, like we talked about in episode 2, ventilation near the floor matters. For lighter vapors, ventilation near the ceiling matters. In many labs, we ventilate at both levels. In Safety Data Sheet SDS Section 8, Exposure Controls, it will often say, use adequate ventilation. Now you know what that means. Now, PPE. When ventilation is not enough, we use PPE for breathing. Many people think all masks are the same. They are not. A surgical mask, the loose blue or white mask, is mainly designed to protect others from your droplets. It does not seal to your face. A single-use dust mask, often without a proper seal, also does not seal well. An N95 filtering facepiece respirator is different. N95 means it filters at least 95% of very small particles when it is properly fitted. It must seal to your face. N95 protects against particles like fine dust, but still it does not protect against gas or vapor. For gases and vapors, we need respirators with cartridges. The cartridges contain activated carbon or other materials that absorb the vapor. Different cartridges for different chemicals. They need to be changed regularly. The most important thing for any tight-fitting respirator is fit. Fit check every time you wear it. If it leaks, adjust. And PPE also includes eyes and hands. Safety glasses protect from impact, but they have gaps on the sides. For gloves, no one glove protects against everything. We change gloves often and never reuse disposable gloves. PPE only works if you use it with calm habits. Habit 1. Put on and take off in the right order. Take off gloves last, so you do not touch contaminated gloves to your clean face. And wash hands after taking off gloves always. Habit 2. Store PPE. Clean and dry. Do not keep a respirator in a dusty box with chemicals. Keep it in a sealed bag. Habit 3. Do not touch your face, phone, or water bottle with gloved hands. The glove protects you, but it also spreads contamination to what you touched. Habit 4. If you smell chemical through your respirator cartridge, or you feel dizzy, or your eyes are irritated, leave the area to fresh air. That cartridge may be full, or there's a leak. Tell someone. Remember the hierarchy. If you can ventilate, ventilate first. If you can substitute a safer chemical, substitute first. PPE is the last step, not the only step. You are safe because you control exposure. You keep the dose low. Let us review tonight. Safety has an order. Elimination, substitution, engineering controls, administrative controls, and finally PPE. That is all for episode 5.